Holmes. Holmes, will you stop that? You are utterly mad. Stop, Holmes!
Is that you, Watson?
Yes, of course it is. And you almost killed me.
Nonsense. I was aiming for the vases.
Blindfolded? You...
Watson, quiet, please. I'm trying to concentrate. Ah, Lestrade. What is it this time?
He can see me. Well, here it is, and it's a good one, Mr. Holmes. A gentleman by the name of Peter Carey, also known as Black Peter, has been murdered.
A sailor, most probably.
What happened here?
Oh, Mr. Holmes, how could you?
It's the only exercise I've had all week. A grateful client from Limoges sent me a vase collection this morning. I couldn't think of a better use for it.
You're out of your mind.
I missed 4 out of 10.
Given you were blindfolded, that was very good. Can I have a try?
Am I the only sane one here?
I suppose that Watson is right, Inspector. A little brain work would be preferable now. Do please tell us more about Black Peter.
Peter Carey, born in 1845 and 50 years old. An ambitious sort, he achieved much success in seal and whale hunting around Scandinavia. Retired in 1884 with a small fortune. He invested his money in a property called Woodman's Lee, near Forest Row in Sussex. It was where he lived for 6 years, and where he was found dead yesterday.
Has the investigation already begun?
Yes and no. In fact, this crime is so mysterious that I would prefer you to join me down there.
Give me half an hour to prepare, Inspector.
Take your time and join me there. I have to go through the yard first. The Merry Men struck again.
What have they done this time?
They robbed a powder reserve. I'll meet you at Woodman's Lee, Mr. Holmes.
I should help Mrs. Hudson here. I also have several appointments that I must keep this afternoon.
I shall go alone, then. My analysis table. It is useful for my work.
You go along to Peter Carey's house.
Ah, il y a un truc bizarre dans le jeu, mais on peut regarder tout le temps à travers la lunette. Et à chaque fois, on voit la même grosse femme. Je sais pas pourquoi.
My analysis table. It is useful for my work. This is where I keep my post. This is where I keep my post.
Et du coup, comme Crimes and Punishment, c'est l'un des premiers jeux techniquement. En fait, le problème c'est que Crimes and Punishment, si je dis pas de bêtises là. Ah ouais? Ah merde. Ah, je sais pourquoi.
You go along to Peter...
Mr. Holmes, I'm over here. Come on.
Inspector Lestrade, when will you remove my husband's body? It's sacrilegious to leave him here like this.
As soon as we can, Mrs. Carey, I assure you. Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Sherlock Holmes. He's a detective. No doubt you've heard of him. I'll wait for you in front of the cabin, Mr. Holmes.
My condolences, Mrs. Carey.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
You have indeed suffered.
Yes. Life with Peter was...
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh, my goodness, but how do you know about that?
You undertook the shortest route for the pilgrim from England to... I believe that you met Peter Carey as a young sailor there, and you married him soon afterwards.
That is indeed what happened, Mr. Holmes. How extraordinary.
Madam.
At 2 o'clock in the morning, I heard a terrible scream. But I thought nothing of it then. He would scream all the time when he was drunk.
Can you please tell...
Well, Peter got drunk in the evening. He was in such a terrible temper. Usually, whenever that happened, he'd stay all night drinking in his cabin before passing out.
Do you remember at what time you found your husband's body?
In the morning, at around 7 o'clock. I noticed the cabin door was open, but at around 10 o'clock I dared to glance in through the door and... oh dear.
What?
Oh no, I don't think so. I mean, he didn't really have many friends. He lived quite an isolated life here, after his retirement.
Thank you, madam.
Who?
It seems that the garden was well maintained. These footprints.
Peter Carey's body is inside the cabin.
The door.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Holmes, and I'll open.
No.
Hello.
What is it, Lestrade?
It seems to me that someone has tried to fall.
Let me see. These scratches are fresh. You're right.
I swear the...
Now, Miss...
Well, he's not the man.
Perhaps he... What a terrible way to die. This place, an object was taken from here. It was larger than a... The two... Oh. Peter Carey. Someone... Rum. It seems that the initial... This... Yes. The sea unicorn. She harpoons for hunting whales. The weapon. This man. Peter Carey. J. These abbreviations. Peter Carey. This would. This Peter Carey tried to defend. Aha. Peter Carey.
Well, and why?
Because of, it is very probable we shall. Is this?
I'm not sure. It might be that he hadn't smoked in a very long time. It is true, there is a lot of work, but my husband took care of it himself.
Your husband's private.
There was a small tin box, barely larger than a book. He kept his papers there. It should be somewhere in his cabin.
Thank you, madam. These.
We need to find a good place for an ambush. Perhaps behind Carey's cabin, near the window. Shh! Did you hear that? There's someone there. I'm gonna collar him.
I'll be right behind you.
Police! Hold it right there! All right, my fine fellow. Who are you and what are you doing here?
You're detectives, I suppose. You imagine that I'm connected with the death of Captain Carey. I assure you I'm innocent.
Innocent?
Shall I tell you? You came to retrieve what you had lost after.
What is your...
John Hopley Nelligan, but I didn't...
Do you deny that?
No, but I... Yes, it...
I'm tired of this. Off we go to the yard. Tomorrow...
What?
Enough.
But...
In light of recent...
You are welcome, Inspector, but please don't be too... These are the suspects. A handkerchief. And partner. From R. Dawson. Up. These abbreviations. Locked. does this... What do these abbreviations...
Oh no, I beg you.
But I will find... The police...
I didn't steal it from anyone. It has always belonged to me.
The
ring is mine.
No, Mr. Nell.
Oh, but
The jacket. Furthermore, with your...
I'm speechless, Miss...
Well...
Please, let me go. I'm in... What am I doing here?
That is not the one I need. Here it is. Now I begin. A spot of whaling, Watson. Would you care to take part?
Are you serious?
No.
Thank goodness for that.
I wish to impale one with a harpoon. Watson, let us...
And
One of the harpoons on the wall. That should do.
well, here we are in the preparation room. I can't...
To an... Stand...
Holmes, you should aim for the mark. The harpoon has struck the body, but we... Holmes, you should try...
This is the best possible result that I could get. Do you see, Watson? Throwing a harpoon and...
If it was luck, then...
Well,
All right.
very...
Of course.
I have heard...
Yes,
I...
my father...
Thank you for the... Interesting. Joshua Nelligan... This is the crew list. This log notes for log notes for the something I have only to now this the
How?
my analysis table. It is useful.
Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
At your...
Wiggins, I need you to track down certain people.
Big Oliver from our gang. He can, because his father is the coachman of a famous lawyer.
Fascinating. Here is the list of sailors.
Sailors? Easy. Just got to look with the rum and the red...
Sorry to trouble you, Mr. Holmes, but the inspector asks that you come to the station as soon as possible.
Thank you.
Mr. Holmes, I'm glad to see you.
As always, what happened?
We have a new suspect, Liam Hurtley. I'm thinking that this case will be resolved very quickly now.
Interesting. Pray tell.
Well, the constable that I left at Woodman's Lee noticed a suspicious individual prowling around during the night.
Do you have him here?
Yes. He refuses to speak with us, but we'll make him talk.
Let us hope so.
Ah, yes, and one more thing. The constable told me that at the time of his arrest, the fellow was writing a letter.
Do you have it?
Of course. It's in the evidence room, at your disposal. Admit that for once, Mr. Holmes, Scotland Yard is a step ahead of you, eh?
Breathtaking. These Liam the state. Please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I would like to ask you a few questions.
I've already told the police that I've nothing to...
Precisely, and considering your situation, it might be wise to speak with someone who is, shall we say, rather more neutral. You are a suspect in a murder case.
I know. Man...
That's all for now. I need to prepare a chemical agent. First condition, all 7 reagents should be used. Second condition, orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition, colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent. No, something isn't right. First condition, all 7 reagents should be used. Second condition, orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition, colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent. Done. Now I can proceed. Let us see if the content of this... My archive.
What am I...
So tell me...
Hide? What are you talking about?
I did as you asked and hid them well. Should I continue?
My letter?
A touch of chemist.
Well, you're a smart one.
I will check. That's all for now. These boots match the footprints. Hammerfast. It's a whaling man. Locked. Does the name...
No, I don't know anyone by that name.
Thank you, ma'am. Please... tell me.
Woodman's Lee? I've never been there. Footprints? That's your proof?
Now that your presence at Woodman's Lee has been proven, would you care to explain it?
I don't remember. What would I be doing there anyway?
Because I am but the most obvious clue. That's all for now. Hurtley's stories are... Madam, we have information that the valuable stuff...
Oh, my. Our tools are kept inside the shed that's right behind me. Here is the key to open it.
Thank you, madam. Let's see what could be hidden here. Let us see what is in this box. A bundle of letters in a woman's... Hurtley and... Madam, I am aware of your affinity with Liam Hurtley.
What are you talking about? My letter?
Why? You believe...
No, I do not know. I do not know. Leave me alone, please.
Thank you, madam. I wonder if we...
Mr. Holmes, we found...
Well... This is interesting. This is interesting. This man is a hard... Wiggins, could you gather some in...
We found...
Good.
He lives in a small furnished dump of a room, but he's always at...
Excellent.
Thank you.
If I wish to speak to... Now I can approach... Now I can approach...